Hey everybody, it's Matt from SnakeHerder.com here. Super excited. I've got a couple of new snakes. I'm just going to show you one of them today though. I'm going to spread this out and try to enjoy it a little more. Not show everything all at once, but anyway, I've gotten so many questions about this and everything. I got rid of all my chondros, green tree pythons, for those of you who don't know that. Back when I was working out of my house in a 9x9 room, just didn't have anywhere near enough room for them. They take up a little bit bigger chunk of space. Now that I got my building done, I just got back into the green trees and I got a really cool head start on them basically, which is kind of nice because I got rid of a bunch of sub-adults basically. So I got a couple of a little bit older snakes here that they're for green trees anyway. So today we're just going to show the male. I got a male and a female. The female is a 2009 or is it 2010. They're both supposedly Aru outcrosses. For those of you who don't know much about that whole thing, it's way too much for me to say here, but these aren't locality animals, they're locality types. They're races that exhibit certain characteristics, and as far as captive bred chondros in the US anymore, you can't claim anything really to be locality without paperwork to support that. Read Greg Maxwell's book, The More Complete Chondro. He explains the whole thing and I think he does a good job. And when I read it, I basically agreed with everything he had to say. So I basically have adopted his stance on locality and locality types, races, whatever. I've taken on his perspective of it. It makes sense to me. So anyway, this is my male. He's a 2008. He's supposed to be an Aru Sorong outcross, and he's quite small, you can see, for a 2008. But the Arus tend to be bigger, but Sorongs are a smaller race, and they tend to have blue dorsal markings. And he has very faint blue markings on his back, but other than that, he looks like a fairly typical Aru. I'm going to see if I can get him out of here once. I've never handled this snake. I've only had him for a couple weeks now, a few weeks, but he is feeding for me, and he seems fairly low-key. So this here, I'm going to step up a little bit and hopefully this will stay in focus. He is a really pretty snake though. He's not big like I said, but the reason I think that he's small from the Sorong influence is because his proportions are great. He's a healthy looking snake. He gobbled up a big rat pup for me like right after I got him. I'm going to see if I can get on the other side of the camera so that I can tell what I'm filming. There we go. It's working a little better. Hopefully it'll stay in focus a little bit. The lights are a little glary, unfortunately, I'm seeing. And in the room he looks absolutely fantastic, but look at that beauty. So he's supposed to be an Aru Sorong, and I couldn't be happier with this guy. So the female, interestingly enough, is supposed to be an Aru type, and she has a lot of yellow on her. I'd hesitate to call her a high yellow. Again, that's one of those things that if you read Maxwell's book, it'll explain a little better why I wouldn't call a snake with just a little bit extra yellow a high yellow. But she doesn't look very much like an Aru to me at all, actually. She looks way more Biak to me, so I can't help but think she might be an Aru Biak type. But this guy here, he's really cool, and I got a feeling I could actually free handle him. He seems really quite mellow. The female actually even more so, and she's in this cage right off to my left here, but she's actually sitting in the cool side of her cage and she's grounded currently. So I'm not going to do a video. That's one of the other reasons I didn't want to do the video with her right now, because it's just not very interesting to look at a green tree that's sitting on the ground. Well, let's just kind of gauge his response here. Hopefully you're not going to get me getting bit by a chondro on video here. Yeah, he's hissing a little bit, so I'm not going to aggravate him too much, but yeah, he's waking up. But anyway, SnakeHerder is back into the green tree market, so hopefully I'll be getting a couple more in the next year or so, and with a little bit of luck in another year to 2 years, I might be trying to breed them. I got to put some weight on the girl for sure. Next winter would be her first possible breeding winter, and she's considerably bigger than him, but she needs some fat on her, and that snake hasn't eaten for me yet. Doesn't seem to be as into her new surroundings as this guy. He just seems pretty bulletproof. He was all ready to chow. Like the day I got him, he was sitting there in his little hunting position. So I gave him some food and he gobbled it right up. So anyway, expect some more green tree videos. It's been way too long and I've only had the one up, so we'll call this one part 2 and watch for part 3 really soon. As soon as I get her eating and I'm a little more comfortable with poking around at her, then we'll do a video with that girl. But for the meantime, 2008 male Aru Sorong outcross green tree python. Thanks a lot. Keep checking the website too, SnakeHerder.com. Really soon I should be doing a chondro page. And also, I can't believe I almost forgot. Just wanted to throw out a big thanks to Richard again at ReptileRapture. This is, I got both of these from him in a trade. I think it's a good trade for both of us that we made. And anyway, as always, beautiful, perfect animals. He raised these 2 up from little babies, so it's kind of nice to know they've been taken care of right. So again, thanks to Richard at ReptileRapture. Sorry I forgot the t-shirt, and I'm halfway, or more than half done with the video, so we're gonna have to save it for next time. But anyway, green tree pythons, you gotta love them, man. All right, thanks a lot. Thanks for watching as always.